Diddy caught drinking moonshine in prison after telling judge he is sober. Diddy was allegedly caught drinking homemade prison moonshine despite insisting to a judge that he is sober. The disgraced rap mogul, real name Sean Combs, was reportedly spotted boozing at Fort Dix in New Jersey, where he is serving time for his prostitution convictions. Diddy, real name Sean Combs, was caught drinking homemade prison moonshine at Fort Dix in New Jersey despite insisting to a judge that he is sober. The rap mogul is seen pictured behind bars for the first time last week. The disgraced rap mogul is serving a 4-year sentence for transportation for prostitution. The old me died in jail and a new version of me was reborn. Prison will change you or kill you. I choose to live, he wrote in a letter to the judge before his sentencing. He added that he had gone through a spiritual reset in jail and was committed to the journey of remaining a drug-free, non-violent and peaceful person. The producer is serving a 4-year sentence for transportation for prostitution, after a jury convicted him in July of flying his girlfriends and male sex workers around the country to engage in drug-fueled sex parties last week. The bedraggled record producer was seen unshaven and with graying hair as he stepped out on the prison yard wrapped up in a beanie and thick jacket. Combs wore a large smile on his face as he appeared to be holding court with his fellow inmates. It comes after images emerged last week showing the 55-year-old behind bars for the first time, showing him holding court with other inmates. Combs' trial earlier this year saw heartbreaking testimony from his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura, who told the court how his abuse tore her life apart. Combs has already served about 14 months of his 50-month sentence and is set to be released from prison on May 8, 2028. Authorities said he could earn reductions in his time behind bars through his participation in substance abuse treatment programs. However, the allegations of him drinking prison alcohol may spell the end of this privilege. The rap mogul's attorneys have petitioned a federal appeals court to quickly consider the legality of his conviction and sentence. Combs wants his appeal to be considered soon enough that he can benefit from a reduction of time spent in prison if the appeals court reverses his conviction, his lawyers said. President Donald Trump has also said Combs had asked him for a pardon, though the Republican did not say if he would grant the request. When Combs went to trial earlier this year, he was found guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution, but was acquitted by a jury of the most serious charges against him: sex trafficking and racketeering. The trial saw heartbreaking testimony from his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura, who told the court how Combs's abuse tore her life apart for years. Even after they broke up in 2018, when Combs went to trial earlier this year, he was found guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution, but was acquitted by a jury of the most serious charges against him: sex trafficking and racketeering. The judge handed him 4 years behind bars because the abuse he inflicted on women meant the sentence had to meet the gravity of his serious offenses that had irreparably harmed 2 women. When the judge handed down the sentence, he noted that the punishment was significantly shorter than the range probation officers had recommended, of 70 to 87 months. The judge told Combs he was counting on him to make the most of your second chance. Tearfully addressing the court before the judge handed down the sentence, Combs said he was truly sorry for his actions. Combs apologized to his family as well as his victims, saying his behavior was disgusting, shameful and sick. Daily Mail reached out to Combs' representatives and the Federal Bureau of Prisons, FBOP, for comment. The FBOP said it is unable to handle inquiries due to the government shutdown.